With James Curtis down here at Cullman EMS. James, your speech at the Berlin Sunshine Club last month triggered a landslide of support for what's going on here. Tell us what your view of it.
Very excited to go out and meet with these ladies recently. I was speaking with them, and one of them had a cell phone holder around her neck. She came and talked to me, and she told me how much comfort that brought to her, knowing that she could always get help if there was an emergency in her home. And she asked me if they made some of these, could we get them out to people in need? And I said, absolutely.
Wanda, you're with the Berlin Sunshine Club. You've got a great idea to save lives and prevent suffering. Tell us what you've got here.
Oh, well, I've just got a telephone pouch with a pocket in front that can hold additional information if needed. And it's just been a real comfort to me to know that if I'm at my home by myself, that and I'm in a room and fall, and there's not a telephone close by, if I wear this, I've got a telephone right with me.
Susie Smith of the Berlin Sunshine Club. Susie, you're the oldest living member. You've been at this a few months now. Tell us when you got started in the club.
Well, the club was organized in 1955, and I'm the only charter member left.
You've seen it all, haven't you?
Yes, I've been served in most of the offices.
And you guys do a lot of good work in the Berlin community, don't you? Tell us about some of the things you've done over the years.
Well, if there's a need in the community of food, or someone has a fire, the club usually tries to give donations or provide whatever is needed for the families that suffers a loss or their need of food. And we give out boxes at Christmas time to needy families.
It is so refreshing to find people that are engaged and interested in helping other members of their community. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, it's about action. And that's what these ladies, they went into action, made a lot of these cell phone holders. We're gonna disperse those on the ambulances. When my folks are out in the field and they find somebody that could be in need of one of these devices, they're gonna give them out. We're gonna help reduce some of the suffering and an undue burden on some of these people. And it's gonna be a life changer for people. It really is.
It sounds like
I have just always wanted each day when I get up, I put my telephone around my neck because it gives me that much comfort and assurance that if I do need help and I can't get to a telephone, I've got this with me, right with me.
that makes sense. And my understanding is you wear this all day long, from the minute you wake up till bedtime, right?
I certainly do.
I'm with Tamika Orr. I understand that you're the head of production for these pouches. Is that true?
I suppose so. I think I was the first one that Wanda approached, and I threw something
She told
together.
me you looked at it, the prototype, and said, well, that's no problem, and you knocked a bunch out the first day.
It was not a hard project, and I was happy to help.
I know a lot of people maybe who aren't elderly, they hear stories about people falling and can't get up. But this actually is very common. I know of one instance this week where one person was down for 2 days and a neighbor came and got him. If he had this device along with his cell phone, he couldn't move, so this would have been perfect, right?
Absolutely, and would have prevented him from laying in the floor in his own home for a few days without getting help to him. Tragedy was averted at the end of that call. We got the man to the hospital and was taken care of, but that suffering could have been a lot less if he had one of these cell phone holders these ladies are making. It's really going to be a game changer for some people's lives.
Now, you guys have just thought this up out of thin air. Where did the idea really come from to start production on these?
Well, I was attending the club meeting this past month, and Mr. Curtis was our speaker, and he was talking about some way that if you did fall at home by yourself, of getting to the phone to notify someone for help. And I just realized I don't have a phone in every room, and that brought me back to this and how much I truly depend on this each day. And I guess I just felt the need to share that with him. So I approached him and showed him my pouch that I had on that night and how I used it each day. And he thought, too, that was a very good idea and wanted to pursue with it.
Absolutely.
Well, James, I appreciate you talking to me. It's a good cause, and it's good for everybody, it sounds like.
I appreciate you coming out and talking to us today, and I'm super thankful for these ladies and what they're doing for the community.